To get started, let's take a second and I just want you to think about what is college. A lot of people have different ideas about what college is or what it should be. Some of these ideas are formed by the media, our friends, or members of our family. Now that you are a college student, you will begin to shape what college means to you and what your college experience will look like. So, what does it take to be successful? Here's a list of a few things that we've found that have helped students become successful in college: self-confidence, motivation, commitment, short-term goals, long-term goals, knowledge of university policies and procedures, actually reading the catalog, getting to know their advisor or counselor, and finding a support system while they're here at UNT. As a UNT student, you've got a lot on your plate, but you've also got lots of help and resources and plenty of people at UNT who want you to succeed. Start your college career off strong, define your future, and take control of your success. The Succeed at UNT campaign outlines some tips that we recommend to ensure your success as a UNT student. First things first, you've got to show up. You can't learn if you don't go to class. Once you're there, make sure you ask questions, participate in discussions, and take detailed notes. Get to know your professors because they can't help you if they don't know you. Being actively involved in your classes and on campus allows you to make the most of your college experience. Professor Robert Husky at the University of Virginia created a GPA graph based on the 11 days he took attendance during a single semester. As you can see, there was a direct correlation between the student's GPA and their classroom attendance. And it wasn't just Professor Husky's class where we see this. We see this in a lot of different classes across the U.S. and a lot of different subjects. Classroom attendance helps to improve your GPA. It's important that you get started on the right foot. We recommend purchasing a notebook with enough sections for each class. This gives you a space to keep track of your grades and to take thorough notes. Remember, this is just a recommended method to keep track of your grades and materials. It's important that you find a method that works for you to stay organized and on top of your academic work. If you have something that works for you already, great, keep doing that. But if you haven't found something that works for you yet, give this method a try and see if it works. 5 subject notebooks have a section for each class that you take. Each area has a section for class notes, a pocket for handouts in your syllabus. This way all of your subjects are in one place and you're not switching folders or binders each day. Keep track of each of the grades you receive in one place, the pocket of that section's folder. Keep a running tally of any homework, quiz, exam, or paper grades you receive so that you always know where you stand in that class. The next step to succeed at UNT is to find support. Everyone needs help sometimes, and at UNT there's plenty to go around. Need tutoring? You can visit the UNT Learning Center, which offers online tutoring and supplemental instruction. If you're feeling hurt or sick, you can visit the Health and Wellness Center, which offers free and low-cost services for students. See the campus resource guide in this module to learn about all of the great resources UNT has to help you succeed. Another really great resource for you are your professors. Don't be afraid to approach your professors. They're here to help you learn. They like to get to know their students. You can utilize their office hours and develop a relationship with them so that they can give you career advice or academic advice. See the tips on how to talk to your professors in this module to learn more. Now it's time for a little quiz. Which of the following options is the correct way to email a professor or any professional working at UNT? Option A, sorry, I can't come to class today. Option B, I wasn't in class today. Can you email me what I missed? Option C, I wanted to let you know ahead of time that I won't be able to attend class and I'll be responsible for collecting any information that I missed. Or option D, I won't be in class on Friday. I'm going to a concert. Can you send me anything that I might miss? The correct answer is C. You're letting them know ahead of time that you're going to be out and you are taking responsibility for the things that you miss. Here are some tips for communicating in college. Number 1, always use correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation. Number 2, include your class information. For example, Accounting 2010, Section 003. Number 3, include your 8-digit student ID number. Number 4, emoticons are not necessary. Number 5, be brief. Professors sometimes have very large course loads and numbers of students, and so they can respond to you faster if you are concise and just include the important information. And please remember to always be respectful and accountable for your responsibilities. What if you're not doing well? Here are some things to get you back on track. You can talk to your professor. You can seek out help at the Learning Center. You can access other academically based tutoring centers like the History, Economics, or Writing Center, and you can discuss difficulties you're having with your advisor. It's also important to evaluate whether or not you're doing everything you can to be successful. You have an important role to play in your success and you have to do your part. So are you reading the textbook before class? Are you actually going to class? Are you taking good notes? Are you reviewing your text and your notes within 24 hours for synthesis? And are you completing your homework, papers, and projects in that class? College can be overwhelming at times. The Dean of Students' office is here to help. Their programs and services can help you navigate through the academic and personal challenges you may face during your time at UNT. To learn more about the resources they provide, you can visit deanofstudents.unt.edu/resources. The next step to succeed at UNT is to get advised. Explore and achieve your goals. Meet with an advisor for help navigating and choosing the right courses to stay on track to graduation. Where do you go to get advised? Visit advising.unt.edu to find out where your advising office is and to make an appointment. Are you in the right major? It's estimated that 75% of students change their major, and that's okay, but it's important that you do the work to confirm your choice. Some tools that are available to help you decide if your major is a good fit for you is UNT's major activity. There are also some really good career exploration resources like onetonline.org, the Occupational Outlook Handbook, UNT Counseling and Testing Services, or the UNT Career Center. The next step to succeed at UNT is to be prepared. Do your homework and study. Take advantage of resources to conquer a college-sized workload. For study hours, we recommend the 1 in, 2 out study rule. For every hour that you're in class per week, you should be prepared to dedicate 2 hours outside of class to study. So if you're taking 15 credit hours and you're in class for 15 hours a week, you should be prepared to study 30 hours outside of class. If you put that together, that's 45 hours per week dedicated to your academic work, and that's more than a full-time job. Here is a typical weekly course schedule. At first glance, it may look like you've got a lot of free time. But when you add in your study time, time for meals, and maybe a part-time job, you'll start to see that you're going to be a lot busier than maybe you thought. So it's important that you manage your time wisely so that you can get everything done. What do you think your college exams will be like? What are you anticipating? Perhaps in high school, you could get away with studying the night before and do okay, but that will likely not be the case here in college. Exam preparation begins on the first day of class. Take note of the topics your professor appears most enthusiastic about. Take note of the topics your professor spends the most time on. Study everything, especially for your first exam in each class. And then go to class. Remember, attendance in and of itself can increase your GPA. When preparing for your exams, it's okay to ask what the format of the exam will be. Some are multiple choice, some are essay, there's fill in the blank and short answers. How do you know what to study? Use your syllabus as a guide. Keep copies of quizzes, papers, and handouts, and take good notes during class. See the Preparing for Exams handout in this module to learn more. Final exams will happen during the last week of the semester. Be sure to check your syllabus and the final exam schedule to find out when your final exams are. It may not be the same as your regularly scheduled class time. You can find the final exam schedule on the registrar's website at registrar.unt.edu. The next step to succeed at UNT is to get involved. College means new people, new places, and new perspectives. If you're willing to step outside of your comfort zone and get involved, you can benefit from everything a university has to offer. Explore your campus and community to discover the wonderful, the weird, and everything in between. Looking for ways to get involved at UNT? You can visit student activities, you can participate in athletic events with your friends, you can join a fraternity or a sorority, you can participate in rec sports or intramurals, or you can attend programs put on by your residence hall. These are just some of the ways you can get involved at UNT. Find something fun for you to get involved in. Students who are involved feel more connected to the university and often perform better academically than those who aren't involved. You can also get involved in the Denton community. You can volunteer your time with a local organization, and the Center for Leadership and Service can help you connect to those opportunities. Here's a tip: make it relate to your major so you get some good experience through your service. You can also get involved in the local music and festival scene here in Denton. There's 35 Denton, which is a great music festival. There's also the Denton Arts and Jazz Festival. Finally, to succeed at UNT, you've got to stay focused. College is hard, but you're not alone. Meet your challenges head on and ask for help to reach your goals. So let's talk about motivation and why it's important. UNT students who were placed on academic alert at the end of their first semester were asked the following question: what affected your academic success last semester? 106 out of 146 students said their poor performance was affected by their lack of motivation. There are two types of motivation: external motivation and internal motivation. Both can help us achieve our goals. External motivation requires external approval and is driven by rewards or to avoid punishments. Internal motivation exists within you, and it's driven by your own personal goals and interests. Although both types of motivation can help us achieve, internal motivation is often the most powerful of the two. Your motivation is the why behind your goals. Knowing what motivates you helps you to achieve your goals. What motivates you? Use the motivation handout in this module to identify your motivation for being in college. It's important that you find your why. Thank you so much for going through this module. My name is Andrea Caraway. I'm the Assistant Director of Orientation and Transition Programs here at UNT, and you can find me in the Union Suite 377. We're here for you, so if you're running into any issues this semester, please reach out to us. My contact information is here on the slide. I'm here to help or just to chat. I hope your semester is going well. Please complete the short quiz at the end of this module to get your first flight credit. Hang in there. You're halfway done with your first semester, and we're really proud of you.